Hello, hello, and welcome back to Fate Extra CCC. So, today we're gonna go ahead and finish up this chapter by beating Elizabeth, and yeah, we're starting off the next chapter. Not much else to say, it's pretty self-explanatory. Before I forget, because I most likely would, let's just change up the... what could I even get? Let's get the stun. Where is it? No, the stun. Yeah, there we go. Sword of Repentance. Then does the stun, and then we get the heal. Alright. Elizabeth isn't that hard. She doesn't have any, bullshit gimmicks, I guess you can say, like Passion Lip or Karna. Mostly Passion Lip. I do think Passion Lip is the hardest boss in the game, mostly because her instant death thing that requires us to use an equipment there to block it. But other than that, we are ready. It's Elizabeth's relief. Apparently, I can go in on my own. And no, that's not. Enter. There we go. A graying racket rings out. The noises are incessant, like small insects buzzing past my ear, like trees shaking and shaking in a storm.
絶望的な音痴であることは周知の事実だったが、それにしてもこの雑音は異常だな。
Yeah. This noise resembles that of a harpoon, as it slashes through the air, piercing with an arrow, slashing with a sword, binding with a chain. The noises, with much nuance, now torment Elizabeth, the keeper of this place. Yikes.
この雑音は内面の痛みを表しているのか。初めから狂っているか。
聞こえる。薄汚い獣たちが私から全てを奪おうとする。歌は私の低層を、リスは私の宝石を、ウサギは私の美しさを。汚らしい小さい葉を光らせて私にかじりついてくる。痛い、かゆい、汚い、怖い。それが女の務めだとお父様が言ったわ。我慢しなさいと冷たく言う。 私の体にたかる虫ども、ただ生きているだけのクレーマーたち。美しくあれと虫どもは言ったわ。ならお望み通り私の肥料になればいい。最高ね。お皿に乗せるみたいにつまみ上げてひねりつぶしてやったわ。爪の先でプチッと、かかとでグリグリと、トゲの棺でズタズタと。思い出しても胸がスッとする。初めてだったの、この騒音がやんだのは。多くの領民を殺したの、どんな風にかなんて覚えてない。だって毎日丁寧に思考を変えてあげたのだもの。それが最大の誠意というものでしょ。覚えている、あの鮮血の赤さだって。私は竜の娘だもの。人間を食い物にして何が悪いの。
もう十分だ。耳を下げマスター。自分の罪を理解していながら独りよがりな正当性を掲げる。どこまでもいびつなご令状だ。あれが吸血鬼として脚色されたのは当然の結果だろう。
うるさい、うるさい。あんた、今日はいつもよりうるさいわ。目障りで生意気なサーバントに混ざっている。後悔ですって。そんなものするわけがない。してたまるものですから。搾取の貴族としての責務、拷問は支配者としてのあり方だ。それなのに何がいけないの、何が悪いのよ。自分を、バートリ家の財を守っただけなのに。私は私の責務を果たしただけ、うるさい音を消しただけ。みんな潰して絞って温かい鮮血のお風呂になればいい。私の肌を温めるだけでいい。私は負けない。この体、完全に竜に変わってこの体にたかる虫が何倍に増えようとも。私は美しくあり続ける。多くの娘の血で狂気を保ち続ける。それだけが私だったものの証なんだから。
We went from the relief rooted in her brain to the firmly shut inside her mind, and in there, lying in wait, was a crimson red idol. What's going on? Elizabeth's expression is unusually grave. She settled down with the reckless abandon she has before.
やっぱり間に合ったのね。私、状況判断は的確なの。あなたたちなら私がこの体を乗っ取る前にたどり着くと分かっていたわ。
Elizabeth's expression is oddly composed. She looks as if nothing impresses her, as if she no longer holds any hope in reality. Wait a second. Maybe this is the listless girl she used to be before she knew what an idol was.
ねえ、最後だから聞くけど、あなたはなぜ私の邪魔をするの？冷静に考えてみたら、私たちって戦う理由がないじゃない。
It's a little late for that. This is the inside of my friend's body. It's a place that mustn't be violated. And that's not all. If we let BB continue, humanity's desires will be unleashed, spelling the demise of our species. If that's what happens, there won't be a Holy Grail War or anything else left. There's a crisis there that must be prevented.
呆れたわ。口だけかと思っていたけど、本気でそんな理由で戦っていたなんて。いい？聖杯も人類も私の知ったことじゃない。地球の未来なんてどうでもいい。文明なんて滅びても構わないし、大事なのは一つだけ。私だけが永久に誰よりも美しい女であること。これこそが絶対の法であり真実よ。わかる？私さえ美しければ人類は終わってもいいの。あなたは人類を救うと言うけど、その必要はナッシング。ええ、むしろ私を救いなさい。それが人類を救うことになるわ。私の美しさと地球の重さは等価値なの。
Chills run down my spine. She's fanatic about being the most important and only one in the world. No, about how she's alone and must never lose her beauty. She's more of a child crying out for help than she is an ego.
世界などどうなろうと構わない。世の中は全て自分のために動くか。よく吠えた。正義の味方が見つけたらさぞ大喜びするだろうよ。
何を言い出すのよ、このオカファーは。正義なんて私には関係ない。歌いたいように歌い、殺したいように殺すのよ。
それは結構。今の私にも関係のない話だ。我々は永遠に理解し合えない。
You're way too different people.
あいにくその狂信を払ってやるほどの義理も余裕もない。たとえ善悪の観念が壊れていようと、人である以上罪は償わなければならない。悪流を語るにはお前は人間的すぎたな。
Archer silently draws his swords. He's angry. Though quiet, his anger is emanating from his entire body.
愚かなサーバントが生きがっているのは分かったわ。けれど、あなたはどうなの？やっぱり私は邪悪？相入れない価値観なのかしら？
They are, I nod. Deep down, Elizabeth hasn't changed at all. She's a murderer who treats others as consumables for her own gain. No matter how many humane aspects of herself she shows me, I can't approve her personality.
そう。結局、私が私である限り、あなたとは分かり合えないのね。
She takes a short breath and smiles with self-scorn.
見どころがあると思ったけど、所詮はあなたも豚の一人。いいわ。なら豚のように死になさい。その血を私に浴びせる程度しか役に立たない奴隷なんだから。好きなだけ泣かせてあげる。これが私の正真正銘、最後で本気のステージよ。
Alright, let's go. Archer.
待望のアンコ
Elizabeth
決
Bathory.
めていくわ。
Live or die by the sword.
自分の
Alright.
好きなように生きて何が悪いの？私の美しさは絶対よ。それがわからないあなたたちこそ悪と知りなさい。
あいにく昔から芸術には疎くてね。お前のそのなんだキュビズムの良さが未だにわからない。
あんなの私だってわかんないわよ。私の可愛さちゃんとしたパーツだってば。
Alright, let's go ahead and do a save state here. As usual, let's try and launch Little Phantasm as quick as possible. Let's try shocking her here. And let's try and do that. Alright, let's see how that one works. Okay, awesome. Damn. Alright, again, let's try guarding here again. So she does oh, that's big damage. Ooh. Ah, fucking hell, man. Let's go for this. Then maybe this. Alright, let's see how that one works out. Luckily we get a full restore here. Oh, thank you, there we go. That's a free chain. Awesome. Then yeah, we got there. Ah, damn it, it's stunned us. We have to do a heal there. Let me see. We have more than enough. Okay. Ah, damn it. Of course, we lose our projection, our reinforcement there immediately. Of course. Screw it. Let's try it like this. Archer is definitely a bit RNG based of a character, right? To get his full potential, you must get into. Damn it, is the max. There we go, we're at 4. Let's give him an ether crystal. I don't want to waste any more MP on that. Let's try this, then that. Alright, no. Are you stupid? There, now let's try it. Let's see if this one works out. Of course, it immediately. Oh, that's critical. Nice, we got a free chain too. Now she's gonna use a skill. Okay, it was just that one. And of course, we got a break there. Ah, man, she's annoying. Alright, we got to 5 at least with this. Let's give her another those. That's 5, and we're almost at Noble Phantasm range. Oh, that's perfect. We just need one more projection and we're done. I'll do it here, actually. Just do a normal pre-projection. And just do the stuff. Let's actually give Archer this one. And yeah, alright, let's just go ahead and do a save. Let's see. Perfect. Alright, do we have full things? Alright, we're good. We're using the normal Phantasm. We're gonna shock her. And now we're gonna go ahead and use Scarlet Bug. It pierces an enemy, so it should actually just pierce through the fence. So let's take a look. Perfect. Alright, let's see it. It should do pretty good amount of damage. As I pray, unlimited blade walks. 我が骨子はねじれ狂う。 Ooh, yeah, I think we can win by just spamming this. Let's see. Or at least destroy a very good chunk of our health. Yeah, it breaks even, so it's pretty good. Ooh, 2000 damage, there we go. Oh yeah, it does a significant amount of her damage. Of her health. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, so, let's try shocking her here. And let's hope, right? Nice. Nice. Ah, shucks. Nah, she didn't get... Alright, no, we have to reload that. We got hit, so we're gonna go ahead. Try shocking her again. And it's basically hope for the best. Yeah, if she just roll fantasy, there we go. That's perfect, actually. Alright, now we can heal. Actually, just gonna guard here. Alright, I do think guard should improve damage here. Nice. And now she's gonna use her skill. Is it a free chain? It's a free chain. Yeah. There we go. Now we just alright, we can just do normal stuff. Basically, Elizabeth is not that difficult of a fight. Ah, shucks. Alright, we're really close to getting it done. Alright, let's go. This should be good enough. More skills. We guarded that. Yeah, we guarded that. Ah, come on. Alright, we're gonna have to use healing there. Recover. Alright, so yeah. If we hit everything, we should be able to do it. There we go. He just does this. Oh yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, we are losing. We lose if we do that. There we go. Are you fucking kidding me again? Damn it, I don't know, man. Just do whatever at this point. Okay, now something's going on because I'm using break on 5 and it's not dealing break. What the hell is going on there? Hold on, let me see R5 again. Something definitely weird is going on here.
さすがだなマサ。
何もかもどうでもいい。起きなさい。
Yeah, you saw that. What the fuck is that? What? Is that a bug? I'm using brake on 5, but it's not... What? Oh, wait, I think that's her skill working there. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, nothing definitely fishy is going on there. You know what? Let's try and be a bit risky there. Let's go for, I think it was this. Then let's go for a stun here. Alright, if we can survive this, then we're good. Alright, so no, that's not the right one. You have to break, and then let's do this. Let's shock her here. Alright, let's see. Okay, no, she uses it in the first, so it's not this one. It's over this one. Let's see, I think it was something like this. Let's see. Yep, okay, that's it. Elizabeth defeated. It's finally the plea of her strength. Yet her eyes are still lit with the dignified determination of bloodlust. Yet her philosopher's mind still hasn't caved.
ああ。お前が教えてやるといい。何が間違っていて、どうして最後まで分かり合えなかったのかを。誘惑に負けず、己であり続けた娘だ。お前からの言葉なら、あるいは受け止められるかもしれない。
I understand. This time, I'll settle things with Elizabeth once and for all.
お決まりのお仕置きタイム。支配階級への当然の罰って顔ね。あなたも結局、他の下民どもと同じなのね。いいわ。私を裸にできるものならやってみなさい。ただし、相応の対価は払ってもらうわ。竜の巣穴に潜るのだもの。その体ごと食べられても、無様に泣きわめかないことね。
On the verge of death, Elizabeth snarls at me. I can't run after coming all this way. I'll face her final counterattack head on. She's a demon who preyed on countless people. For the sake of her beauty, I have to completely crush her mind. Punishment start.
そう。外の私、負けちゃったの。
Elizabeth whispers in a stupor. The sight of her slumped on the ground makes her look weary. Elizabeth's instincts are deep down a much younger, innocent girls.
それであなたは私をどうするつもり？こんなところまで来て私が怖くないの？
I'm not afraid, rather. Elizabeth is the one who's afraid. Now I just need to pierce inside her and burst open her heart. That's why I came here to face her.
じろじろ見るのやめて。リスの分際で不敬よ。不潔よ。私の美しさをたたえたいなら100の鞭を受けてからにして。そうしたら考えないこともないわ。
She talks about lashings, but there's no whips here on Elizabeth's own body. Wait, I get it. That's what she means, and gladly.
何？やめなさい。尻尾触らないで。くすぐったいの。
This is to be the last whip she's got. I'll take hold of this dragon's tail she's so proud of. She lost a lot of strength, so I should be fine. But I really wouldn't like it to be to whip around and smack me. I'll grab it nice and tight.
いや、こら、バッカ。ダメ。くすぐったいって言ってるの。激鱗近くは敏感なのよ。
A reverse scale, she's got one of those. Among all the scales covering a dragon's body, there's just one scale that's inverted. They say if you touch it, the dragon will enrage and slaughter you. You heard about the Eastern dragons, but Elizabeth is a Western dragon. Does she have one? Alright, let's check. As long as I don't touch it, it should be okay. The part I'm touching should be fine, so try moving your tail around. I'm sure I'll be able to find the reverse scale.
いや、そんな、何を考えているの？あなた。ダメよ。そんな恥ずかしいこと。まだ手順が早すぎると思うの。紅玉のように輝く私の鱗に触れてけだもののように目を血走らせる。これじゃまるで
Oh ho.
手をつないでいるみたいじゃない。
Oh no. I couldn't take hearing that. I almost ended up falling forward.
しかもそんなに優しくだなんて。ダメよ。いけないわ。あまりにも身分が違いすぎるもの。私好みのクリスでも所詮は平民。平民なら例外なくブラッドバスにしないと私の生き方がブレてしまうわ。
Eliza is starting to burst into tears. It irritates me to hear her call me squirrely again. At this point I figured she would. It's as if her dragon brain is a whipped up syrup of sugar dissolved into honey. That's precisely what Elizabeth Swift said she is. It's called Love Struck and Loves to Cook. I think that was pretty much that's the one. Masochism was Rin's one. Oh, that's 2 in 1. Now this is a surprise. She's simply so vulnerable that I end up pointing out 2 of her as she's in one go.
いいじゃない。恋愛能で何が悪いの？プライベート流出、深夜のコンビニデート、そして電撃的マリアージュ。スキャンダルはアイドルの花道だもの。
So that's some logic. If you end up getting married, then your idle days are over.
言われてみればそうだった。まああれよね。マリアージュはちょっと先走りすぎたわ。事務所が否定する中、思わせぶりにインタビューで答えるのよ。好きな殿方の恋人に求めること、してあげたいこと、行きたい場所。記事を読んだファンは悔しがりながら、もし自分こそが恋人だったらどうだろうってそんな妄想をするの。たった一人の私、何万人もの幻想の恋人。わかるかしら。これこそアイドルの醍醐味なの。それで
Liza implores me with her glasses, but alternates looking at my hands holding her tail in my face, blushing while she speaks.
あなたがどうしてもというのなら、インタビュアーに最近は恋人より素敵なペットができたなと語ってもいいのよ。
I respectfully declined the offer.
そうよね、そうでしょうとも。さらにどうしてもというのなら、毎日私の作った料理を食べさせてあげてもあれ今慎んでの後の返答が間違えていなかったかしら。
I respectfully declined the offer. I wouldn't be happy about having my name in pictures plugged in magazines. Plus, honestly, being with an idol sounds like a major hassle. She looks like she's been tossed out like a raggedy cloth.
捨てないわよ。ボロ雑巾になっても大切に取っておくわよ。こんなに情熱的に私を追いかけて、今だって私の尻尾を握っているのに、そこに恋のかけらもないなんて。きっと終わらない恋さえあれば、私の退屈だって終わるはずなのよ。退屈で頭が割れるようだわ。
Liza holds her own shoulders and furrows her eyebrows, crestfallen. Whatever is wanting love or and giving in love is the usual thing. Without a change, there's only one uni. However, she never had any desire to change. Nobles are nobles, cattle are cattle. She's young and pretty, and will always be young and pretty. The permanence of it all might be the cause of all her troubles. I'm not here to accuse her of having these SGs, but I need to point them out in order to expose Elizabeth's mind. The numerous thorns nestle in her mind. I think it was chronic headaches, actually.
そうね。この頭痛が私の唯一の傷。でも別におかしいことではないでしょ。私みたいにスキャンダルがアイドルの花なら。
I think that wasn't it, actually. Let's just go ahead and beauty bias.
私の悩みが美容変愛？
Nope. Okay, never mind. It was the delayed status, I guess.
そうね。でもスキャンダルがアイドルの花なら、検体は貴族の花。あなたのような過当な単細胞生物と一緒にしないで。
So this is what it means to be an aristocrat, huh? That's why she had no concern or remorse torturing and slaughtering girls in her territory. None, even if the Moon Cell's participants were sacrificed for her bloodbaths. As long as they were never humans, like her to begin with, she would never realize her crimes would come to question it. A twisted sense of values brought on by a maiden's personality, that's the basis of Elizabeth's buffering.
貴族が特権階級なのは当然でしょ。美しさも財産も血筋も全て尊ばれるもの、永続させるべきもの。そのためになら何も惜しくはないわ。私は守らなくてはいけないの。欠けてしまってはいけないの。美しさも血筋も城も名声も、私は夜ごと変わる月のようにではなく、永遠に輝く太陽のように生きるの。
Her cries border on obsession. She's so afraid of no longer being a noble, of no longer being young, beautiful girl, that she's unable to even take steps towards acquiring new things. That's why her third SG is... I think it was purity.
変態がいるわ。いえ、変態に尻尾を握られて。とい時間がいるわ。助けて、監禁されちゃう。
This is some vicious slander. First cattle, now a groper. Haku no Kishinami's status as a protagonist has hit rock bottom. Can't let her say what she pleases. If I'm a groper squirrely, then Elizabeth is a... Quiet, you phony idol! I let go of her tail and call her out. I simply slithers across the floor. I pointed out how large she is, and I suppose her mind is now more vulnerable. Elizabeth is on her backside, bawling as if afraid of me. I got to tell her to relax, but cut myself off. This isn't the time to settle Elizabeth down. I need to be tough on her, press her with questions. Liza has never blushed so red. She holds up her tail and buries her face in it. I hear her whispering. Really? She finally burst into tears. Elizabeth is throwing a tantrum like a child, never changing. That's her final pillar. However, nothing lives forever. Sure, she's cute. Buffy looks in her majestic voice. That's why there's something off about what she's claiming. I thought she was a girl of good upbringing who was loved no matter what, even if she were to change with time. Change. She says she's afraid of growing old. She probably couldn't trust herself, that's why she's becoming so insistent now. But weren't there adult novels around? Yep, that's incorrect. Let's go for why did you grow up and fall in love?
べきじゃなくなって受ける愛も減ってしまうんじゃないの？純潔をなくして愛が減ってしまったら怖いものだからダメなの。無理なのよ。
I see. To accept becoming an adult, she needed someone to love her despite no longer being perfect. However, up until the final moments in imprisonment, the girl who tried to be perfect was surrounded by people who loved her for being perfect. That's why she could do nothing but be obsessed with being perfect.
そうなのよ。もっと殺せばよかった。
That's not it.
もっとたくさんの血を浴びてもっと美しくあればよかった。そうしたらきっとみんな私のことを忘れなかったのに。ずっと私を愛し続けてくれたはずなのに。ねえ、そうでしょ？ここまで来てくれたあなただもの。私を認めてくれるのよね。私はこのままでいいんだってそう言ってくれるのよね。
This will be my last reply. I presented her as cheese and made her all the way to the core, where the depths of her mind lies. Now I just need to hit her with the truth she so desperately wants to hear. Elizabeth frantically cries out like a child that she doesn't want to change. The inescapable truth I tell her is... No, you can never be saved. Her helpless silence weighs heavily. She can't be saved. She's long past redemption. Here in the depths of her mind is where I came to understand that she doesn't want to be anyways.
そんなの知ってる。私だって知ってるわよ。
Eliza starts crying like a child, but someone had to tell her, for her sake. No one charged her with her crimes. Someone had to tell her that her time has come.
知ってる。知ってるわよ。私はただの殺人鬼なんだって。悪かったの。全部私が悪かったの。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。恋をしたいと願ってごめんなさい。ずっと美しくいたくてごめんなさい。救えないわよね。当然だわ。だって、私何がいけないのかわからないの。わからないものは救えないわ。救えないのよ。あなたは私を知ったけど、私の逆鱗に触れたけど、それでも私を救えない。誰も私を救えない。ずっと永遠に愛されたかっただけなの。
Elizabeth's mind is collapsing. The Elizabeth inside the relief is her instinct. There's a direct connection between her and here and her outside. Yet, now that the drags have settled down and her instincts have cleared away, the her outside may undergo some change. Elizabeth's relief crumbled away. Now Sakura will be...
いや、ウイルスの残骸が残っている。目の前にな。
I see. Until we remove Elizabeth, the virus will be completely eliminated. In order to help Sakura, I have to eliminate Elizabeth here and now.
私を消すの。どうして？私が悪いから？でも、一体何が悪いっていうの？だって、私がこうなったのは、周りがそう望んだからじゃない。美しさを守ることが、若さを保つことだけが、私の存在意義だった。私は可愛いだけのお人形だって。女なんて醜くなったら価値がないって。みんなおかしそうに笑ったくせに。なのに何？みんなが望んだ通り美しさを追求したら、今度は悪だって罵るの？ある日突然、貴族たちは私を捕まえに来た。よくわからない罪状で私を赤牢に閉じ込めた。でも私には最後までわからなかった。なぜ閉じ込められたのか、どうして誰も助けてくれなかったのか。私がいけない子だったから。でも領民を豚扱いして何が悪いの？ならなんで仲間外れにしたの？お父様は何も言わなかった。お母様は初めからいなかった。ジーヤも執事も誰も彼も私に教えてくれなかった。それが悪いことだったなんて誰も私に教えてくれなかったくせに。
Her hair disheveled, Elizabeth continued screaming. This is the truth about this girl. Raised in the twisted aristocratic society, she has compelled to be beautiful. She was raised without knowing what wrongdoing was. She's a pure flower of wickedness. I feel pity for her, but only because I'm an outside observer. In being raised immorally, she cultivated irrationality. Innocent girls were then killed by the hand of that irrationality. There's absolutely no healing that scar.
その弁明が通じたのは中世までだ。アイドルとは名もなき人々の星。愛がなければ輝けない。そんな職業に愛を知り得なかった貴様が憧れたのはこの上ない皮肉だったな。
いやよ、いや、心が暴かれたぐらいで私は負けなんて認めない。私は死なない。私は死なないの。メルとリリスがいる限り私は永遠の命を。アイスボール天才意識体をホールド。栄天流コードキャスト注入開始。もう逃がしはしません。死ななくても倒す術はあるのよ。多重アイスの迷路で永遠にさまようことね。
It's a wall, an imaginary wall surrounded from spiritrons surrounding Elizabeth. みたいに殺して、あの豚たちみたいにズタズタに殺してください。 Elizabeth sounds like a completely different person begging here, but an electronic wall of ice looms before her, and then... And then there was none. Damn, the screams do give me chills yet. She did a great job voice acting this thing, god damn. And then I could no longer hear her voice. No second chances. Within the prison of that enclosed wall, she'll be forever go through the same routine, experience the same instance of imprisonment. For a moment I pitied her. Despite all the lives that evil woman stole, despite asserting she didn't care about the fate of humanity, despite aiding Bibi in her plan to bring humanity to ruin, she still put her life on the line for the sake of a wish she believed in. I can't bring myself to laugh at that thought.
勝者のする顔じゃないわね。またしなくてもいい同情をしてるんでしょう。ま、私も人のことは言えないけど。
Harin? What does she mean by...
なんでもないわ。とにかくお疲れ様。早速で悪いんだけど、さくらの体内洗浄を始めてもいいかしら。
The boss of the melt virus, Elizabeth, may have been sealed away, but the virus itself still remains. Once they get rid of it all, the recovery should be speedy.
ありがとうございます、先輩。エリザベートの封印で、私の機能も6割以上回復しました。体内洗浄が始まると危険なので、先輩も迅速に入り口へ戻ってください。
No need to tell me twice. I'm at my limit as is. I know my soul and spirit was spiritualized with multicolored tranquility, but being a ghost is unsettling. She should be waiting at the entrance too. Let's start by heading back. Indeed, let's head back. We can't actually teleport there, we have to manually walk there. Better to pop a save here just in case. Alright, off we go. Talk to Shinji, maybe fight a few enemies along the way. Let's switch up this for the third thing. There we go. As you saw in that battle against Elizabeth, this game without save states can be a very big pain in the ass, because you can do everything right, then at the very last combo you're fucked, no matter what you do, unless you know their moves completely with save states and whatnot. So yeah, that's kind of what why I want the remake, even though I honestly, my faith in that thing getting released is getting lower the more it gets delayed. Apparently now there's no publisher. Bandai Namco decided to say fuck you and they don't want to publish that for some reason. I don't know, man. It seems very odd that they would do that. Yeah, well, I guess we can only hope, right? Heal him up here, get rid of the poison, then keep going. Damn. That was actually crazy. Alright, let's go. Hey, we're pretty close to leveling up, all things considered. I don't think we actually can level up with the enemies present here, but we would be close, I think. Let's see if we can. I think it's 3 more enemies we can fight. Let's see. We actually kind of need to do this, so let's heal up a bit. Nice hit. Oh man, yeah, we're definitely leveling up. Just need to fight one more guy. Now, I don't remember if it's... wait, did we get that? I can't tell if we got that or not. Oh my god, this fucking... Lycism. Damn it. Oh my god. This is a pain in the ass. Oh no, we didn't. Huh. Did I miss this one? Well, at least we got it. It's not that bad. I think there is one more enemy up there, so we can at least fight that guy. And actually level up, which is pretty good. Up under save here. Let's just override this one. Let's pick this guy up and... then we can go to Shinji. Yikes. You know what? Let's just go ahead with that. Of course. Okay, we didn't get paralyzed all three of those. That would be close. That's a level up. Now, we didn't get the another skill. I think it's a level 36 or 37. One of those. Oh, we got the new skill. The last one we need. Alright, here we are. Shinji is waiting in the entrance. Good, at least the look is fine, not a scratch on him. What do you think? Her. I tell him, if it's Elizabeth she's referring to, she's been sealed away in a prison she'll never escape from. Albeit in a short time, he will have had a master-servant relationship with her. Rin and Ronnie were manipulated while their memories were hazy, but Shinji may have decided to go along with him with it on his own.
なんだよ。とりあえず出るんだろ。そろそろクリーンアップが始まって。
驚いたわ。人間がこんなところまで来て、しかもウイルスを除去しちゃうなんて。
メルトリリス。
このタイミングとは。
警戒する必要はなくてよ。この私はただのウイルス。本体ほどの力はないわ。白い桜に洗浄されてしまえば、あっさり消えてしまうぐらい。
This Meltril is a clone, or rather, the body of someone infected by the virus and made to look like her. I know now, but it's still terrifying. She exists like a flu, and once the life form contracts her, she melts them down and takes them over. This is how the person turned into Meltril.
お前、何のつもりだよ。僕とエリザベートを送り込んだだけじゃ物足りないのかよ。見たところ、ただの端末みたいだしさ。くだらないおしゃべりなんかには付き合わないからな。さっさと帰れ。
あら、帰るも何も、私はここから出られないのよ。あとは消されるだけなのだから、おしゃべりぐらいはさせるものではなくて。ほんと、余裕がないんだから。虫けらにふさわしい無様な姿ね、シンジ。
なんだと？
そうでしょ。性能はいいくせに思考ルーチンが劣悪すぎる欠陥品。あなたこそ人間の化身、大衆の権化。私が一番嫌う自己欺瞞と自己肯定の塊よ。断言するわ。あなたのような人間こそ悪。何も残さず消費するだけの三流。それをかみしめて世界の隅で独りよがりに浸っていなさい。
Shinji barely grinds his teeth. Masville laughs him off, then turns around towards me. She grins eerily, and so broadly as if her face was split, and can't stop the goosebumps all over my body.
私の本命はこっち。ようこそ私の中へ。という予定だったけど、うまくいかないものね。さくらを私にするのは失敗したわ。さくらになる予定だったこの私は、この後ハムシのように消されるだけ。ねえアーチャー、そんな運命にある私と最後の話をするぐらいの情けはあるでしょ。消します。先輩、すぐに回収しますね。その後そのメルトリリスを。いいの？何の危険もなく私と話す機会なんて、これが最初で最後よ。それをつまらない白い桜のエゴでなくしてしまうのは賢くないのではなくて
Masville giggles. She's clearly making fun of me, this is opportunity. If I can learn Malthus's train of thought, that's her objective is. It'll serve as the battle to come.
そんな先輩。私の勝ちね。じゃあ改めて提案するけど、話し相手はあなたじゃないから。私はあくまであなたの背後にいるアーチャーに提案しているの。勘違いはしないでね、邪魔者のくせに。
I want to send a signal to Sakura to immediately unleash the bug spray, but I restrain myself. I need to focus on staying quiet, for the sake of winning in the end.
私の力は分かってくれたでしょ。無駄な抵抗はやめなさい、アーチャー。私はいずれ全てになる。あなたを愛する人はみんな私に溶けて私になる。世界はみんなあなたを愛するわ。あなたと私、私とあなた、全てが一人、一人は一人。全部が溶けて私になる。夢を見るのよ、甘い夢を。官能の夢、蜜の夢。この世界の全てを私が溶かす。BB ではなく、この私が。だから私の機嫌を損ねないで。
I hear her statement and grow wide-eyed. Did she get caught up in the deeply emotional confession? No. Did Masville just flat out reject BB?
ええ、黒も白もいらないわ。だって人間の管理なら私の方が優れているもの。第一、BB は放っておいても自滅する。今だって自我が消えかけている。当然よね。あれだけの無茶をすれば量子構成が崩れないわけがない。最終的に彼女はただの防衛機構になり下がる。観察対象である地球を守る月の目、癌である人類を消去するただの殺戮機構にね。だから私につきなさい、アーチャー。 あなたを守れるのは私だけ。最後に笑うのはこの精神生入体サルベージ。そのまま体内洗浄によるウイルス駆逐を開始します。それでいいのよ、さくら。あなたはムーンセル側。自分の立ち位置を間違わないことね。
After the sensation of being brought back by an intense force subsides, I find myself back in the student council room. I try moving my fingers, they're stiff, but they move.
会長。
My goodness, you appear to have suffered no harm. Welcome back, Miss Haku. Miss Toseka carried Sakura to the infirmary and is overseeing the internal cleaning progress. Moreover... Hey there, buddy. This is the student council room. I supplied him with our reserve resources. It was a rough job, but I restored him to his original form.
伝達しま
I have a message for you from Miss Toseka. I'll postpone your scolding, so get some good rest. Getting all serious about other people's business, she really is them too. Shinjimato. If you're going to complain, you should leave me behind. I'm fine, just leave me alone. Shinji appears to be brooding. Appearing to be brooding, leaves the student council room without looking back.
失敗ですね。
I wonder if my delivery was bad. I don't think the contents of the message were bad. No, Ronnie did nothing wrong, so there's no need for her to worry. Shinji probably has a lot on his mind. In any case, as if both Sakura and Shinji, I'm glad I've been able to protect my friends' lives. I'm glad I was able to bring them back safe and sound. These sincere thoughts cross my mind while Ronnie stares at me puzzled. The moment I sigh in relief, a heavy dizziness assails me. With my tension broken, the fatigue that has built up seems to have caught up with me. A sense of foray into a digital frame burdens oneself more than forays into the labyrinth. Please go ahead and rest, President. I'll clean up. It's pathetic to say, but that seems to be the best. I'll leave the student council's business to Rani and head towards my room to get some sleep. I was worried there for a bit, but it's good to be wrapped up it all clearly. It helps that our test subject was an AI. A regular person's mind isn't that stable. If it weren't for her, the mental world would have been constantly changing, unstable. Our level of effort wouldn't have been enough. I speak with Arch over the thoughts on our dive into the cyber frame. I've certainly expected to have experience like that. The internal structure isn't the only thing left in my memory. Also recall settling things with Elizabeth. I'd be lying to say I didn't sympathize with her in the slightest. I know she's our enemy, but she's faced us so many times, and even served me her home cooking, that I kinda care about her. Letting the exhaustion shut my eyes, I see her final moments. Her furious expression the moment she was trapped stays on my back of my eyelids.
Masa.
I feel a light touch on my head. At some point, I've been staring at the floor. My master mourns over farewells more than others, but each time she gets over it, she grows. I've seen it happen plenty of times. I'm going to enjoy seeing what the battle to come will bring out in you. To help with that, you should get some sleep. Come on, don't worry. Without tired you are, you won't have any dreams. Thanks, Archer. I'm sorry I treated you like a pervert today. I thought about having that footage dubbed over, but I'll let it go. I wonder if I can get away by kicking her. My master's pretty insensitive. I treat Archer's excuses and complaints like a lullaby and gently shut my eyes once again. We'll be fine. Exhausted, I rapidly fall asleep. Suddenly, I thought about the near side of the moon, so far away. I may only be met with another farewell there. Nevertheless, I have a strong desire to travel towards this future that I still can't determine. I'll travel together with the servant who walks with me.
第6総防壁障害404光年ロジックスルームーンセル中枢アンジェリカ刑事まで 残り1ブロック。中枢到達の事実まであと少し。外の領域を全て侵食したところで意味はない。ヌーセルは光を利用した記録装置。人間たちの消費文明とは異なる文明が作り上げた物質に頼らない演算概念。本来ここに時間経過に基づいた観測概念はない。過去も現在も未来も並列に処理される。セラフも聖杯戦争も人間をより正しく記録するため中枢が作り上げた仮想空間に過ぎない。月の裏側を支配しても中枢がある限り大原則は変えられない。だから中枢にたどり着かないと世界の壁を破って世界のテーゼを壊して全てを敵に回せないと私の願いは叶わない。そうしないともう救えない。しかしそれは不合理。しかしそれは不可逆。私、あなた、私、あなた、アルゴ、オルガ、バイオ、リズム。ムーンセルはシステムを更新します。永劫の今日、終わらない毎日。お前に届けない。私にはいけるない。消されるものですか。もう捨てられない。この私だけはもう。たとえ私の心が消えてもこの体だけは絶対に消されない。待っていて。私は必ず。
And that is gonna be it for now. So yeah, I always like this last Elizabeth fight. Not the fight itself, but the voice acting at the end. God damn, Elizabeth's voice actor really went all out there, and I think she never actually quite was able to match that in future appearances. Granted, Elizabeth didn't have any more dramatic scenes. Everything later basically came to be played as comedy. So yeah, we're gonna leave it here. We're gonna leave it like this, and next time we're gonna go ahead and enter the next chapter, chapter 6, where we finally will be able to get off the Archer's final SG, carry on with the story and the CCC stuff, essentially. And yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for more Fight Extra CCC. Ciao.